Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading all about how you can serve yourself better. We will be tapping in to Great Spirit, your higher self, the universal wisdom, to get guidance and clarity in regards to how you can serve yourself better at this time. What can you do for yourself to best serve you? There are 3 piles to choose from, 1, 2 and 3. Timestamps are in the description box below so you can skip ahead to your reading. If you'd like to reach out for a one-to-one reading, I would love to hear from you. All my details are in the description box too. See you in your reading. Pile 1, hello and welcome to your reading. The cards we have for you are Honeybee, Divine Feminine, and Eagle, Ancestral Healing. You are being called to rise up. So how you can serve yourself better, the first messages coming through are in regards to your divine feminine, that flow state, this receptivity, tapping into that divine feminine flow. We have aspects of divine feminine and masculine within us, and this is wanting that focus on this point to find that sweetness so that you can rise up. And this is linked here to this ancestral healing, the eagle, your ancestors holding space for you to heal your past. So with the divine feminine, there's definitely something through the mother line wanting to come through. It's within that mother line, your maternal line, that you will find how to serve yourself better. The answers are there. And with this ancestral healing, there's something in regards to healing aspects of the past, things you have gone through, experiences you've gone through, potentially even experiences with your mother or your grandmother that need to be healed, or that hold wisdom. It's like going into the dark to find the light. It's within that ancestral healing and that line that you will find the wisdom. The eagle flies high up above and can see everything. You are being called to rise up, to see the bigger picture. This is how you will serve yourself better, rising above, wanting to see more, to gain that clarity. Let's get another card for you so we can delve further into how you can serve yourself better. Against the grain. So with this, there is an element of going potentially even against your, dropping things, against your maternal line, against what you have been taught, against the norm, against society. You're going against the grain. You're getting into your own flow state with what is true to you with the divine feminine. But that may be swimming against the waters that you already know or that are commonplace, so that you can rise up. We're going to get some tarot for you so that we can delve into this a bit more. How can pile 1 serve themselves better, please, Spirit? Two of Cups. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. So the first card we have here being the Two of Cups, and this is a union, a merging, a coming together. And the Cups is the water element. So this speaks of our intuition. It speaks of our creativity. It can speak of partnerships. It's our heart space. It's how we emote. It's how we feel. It's how we connect from that heart. Joyfully connect. So this coming together, this merging, this cooperation that's wanting to come through with you, merging and connecting deeply and truly too with this divine feminine, your intuition, that intuition coming down the mother line, that intuition coming through, the messages coming through from your ancestors, connecting into that, merging together. Serve yourself by truly connecting your heart space to your intuition. And with the Five of Wands there, this may be an upward journey. Fives can be uncomfortable. They indicate more of a struggle. But this card I love because they're just acrobating the way up. They're using the wands as a climbing frame to reach up to this spark, reach up to what they want and desire, a true desire, this true flame within. It's about this leveling up, this dynamic energy. So it's not to say that that push-up will be easy, but what it's saying is it's going to guide you to exactly what you want, your desire. And then we have the death and rebirth. No bad cards in tarot, do not worry. This talks about cycles of transformation, death and rebirth, that transition, that change into a new way of being. It's an initiation process. So how you can serve yourself better is truly connecting in with spirit and trusting it. Trusting the process, trusting the unfolding, trusting in the collapsing of whatever needs to collapse, because it will be divinely guided. And the more you tap into this intuitive flow state, the more you will know, and then the more you can surrender. And then we've got the King of Cups in the reverse. And this is a card that can talk about being withdrawn, but it's the opportunity to work with the subconscious and then to tap in to that, like really knowing what you need for self-care. There'll be a greater understanding, a greater connectivity, a greater way to connect with your heart space, to deal with whichever ways you have been withdrawn, or that something in that ancestral line of what was withheld from you, what nurturing safety, what heartfelt love, nurturing, all those things was withheld from you in the way that you need. And as a clarification, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And this is a card about long-term investment, ploughing the fields, tending to our garden so that we get the abundance that we want. But it's like dedication, hard work is involved in this. Let's get another one. I want one more. And this will give you choices. This will give you more options. So it may feel like everything falls in a bit with the death, this surrendering into this death process. But then through it, the level of withdrawn that the death process gives you, because it's natural, within the death card, it's that shadow work, it's that surrender. You do have to withdraw to really do the work, but that will really assist you with tapping in to that inner knowing, that divine feminine, and ways in which you then know how to tend to yourself, you know how to tend to your garden, you know how to look after yourself on a deeper level. That will give you options into long-term like investments and give you choices as well. Dreamy choices, heartfelt choices, heart-led choices. Let's get you some more cards. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? A question to take into this with you. And we really truly see that in death and rebirth processes, and also in just trusting and leaning into our divine feminine. We see how we've been putting on masks. We see how we've been trying to please others, whether that is our family or the world at large. But it's saying don't dim to fit in, finding this spark within, getting this intuitive knowing to know what to release so you can go against the grain. And we have soul family for you. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. The message, as clear as it says there, call in your true soul connections to guide you. Call in your soul family, your ancestors. Let them stand beside you. Let them guide you. Let them help you. You don't have to do this alone. It will help you breach the water. It will help you break free. And then Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations and divine plan. You're going to get into such a more connected state to who you are, where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing. So right now, the initial part, how you can serve yourself better, is work with your divine feminine and call in your ancestors. Get into receptivity flow state. Self-care practices, meditation, quiet time, allowing that merging of spirit, allowing that merging with that higher self aspect. So final cards, please, for my pile number 1, ceremony invocation, ocean ebb and flow, and summer solstice radiance. This is your glow up, my loves. Ceremony invocation. So when this card comes through, I always recommend people to do some sort of ceremony. You can find group ones, you can lead your own private one, but it's something about connecting into spirit. Build an altar, have a little like ritual. Use crystals, bring in plants, use teas, whatever works for you. There's so many different things in different aspects. What works for you? If you're completely new to this type of thing and you're like, I have no idea what a ritual is, I don't know how to do a ceremony, leave a comment in the box. Let's talk. Reach out to me. Let's create you one. Let's do a one-to-one ceremony. It'd be beautiful. And then we have ocean ebb and flow. It's trusting in this process, because there's definitely this going against the grain, but then there's death and rebirth here saying, oof, but then there's some digging. So trusting in this process, trusting in the ebb and flow of the water. But first you have to get into the water, your divine feminine water flow. Merge with it completely so that you can then just surrender into the ebbs and flows of it. But this is about your glow up, the summer solstice, the radiance, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. If in doing this, in really tapping into that intuitive knowing that's held within you, you will really, really activate this fire within, this radiance, how you are supposed to shine in the world. So right now, pile ones, how to serve yourself better, do divine feminine work, do ancestral work, tap into that space, do the shadow aspects of the healing that is required to find your light. This is a lot of stuff I specialize in, so please reach out. My stuff is in the description box below. If you need to work one-to-one, I would absolutely love to do that for you. But I will leave it here for you. If you'd like to reach out for a one-to-one reading or anything like that as well, details in the description box below. And I will see you in my next reading. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. We have for you Swan, Graceful Transformation, and Elephant, Grounding. Soften your heart and find flow, and ground your energies and emotions deep into the earth. So how you can serve yourself better is really leaning in to the water element and grounding your energies down. This is about your softening, this finding your flow with this graceful transformation, allowing, surrendering, softening. Stop trying to control, releasing elements of control here so that you can just flow. And then with the elephant grounding, ground your energies and emotions deep into the earth. It's finding roots with that. Allowing yourself to enter the water, soften into it, surrender, and then let those roots like ground, like let them grow from you, then deep into the earth, down through the waters to find the earth beneath it so that you can truly ground in. And because it says emotions deep into the earth, and water is your emotional state, it's your heart state. So there's something about your emotions at this time. How you can serve yourself better is in grounding your emotions, giving them roots. Like stop letting your water flow about everywhere and like actually building a container for it. Let's get some further clarification for my pile 2s with how to serve themselves better. What you want wants you. So there's this trust element coming through for you here, pile 1. So 2 even, sorry, you are not pile 1. Maybe there's a message there for you too. I think that with this softening your heart and finding flow, is that stop like taking that grip off. You really need to soften and surrender and release and stop trying to control. Like this element of what you desire can come naturally to you because what you want wants you. But currently you're just like wishy-washying about everywhere. But it's like building that container, building that root system for this emotion so it can guide you forwards. softening into it. And then so this what you want wants you, so you can start to build this spiral of manifestation towards it, and it can come towards you. It's like that container. All that wishy-washy water everywhere, that's spilling everywhere, going everywhere, isn't serving you. It's not able to serve you. What spirit needs is this groundedness. It needs this container, and then it can come and find your container and meet you. What you want wants you. It can meet you. And there's such wisdom in elephants. They're so wise. They're so connected. They feel so deeply. Ooh. Okay, we'll go with all of them. We'll just go with all of these ones that just came out. For some greater insight for my pile number 2. And the first card that we have here is the 3 of Wands in the reverse. And this is a card about like fears that are blocking your movement. And this is what will help, is this groundedness, this finding a container for this emotional state. Because right now your fears are running the show. Like 7 of Wands here. Your fears are overruling. Your fears are controlling. And that is not what we want for you. That's not serving you. Because this, the 7 of Swords, is a card that can warn about deceit and deception. And it's asking you to be really honest with yourself. Are you deceiving yourself? Is there someone in your life that's deceiving you? But it's a card about being truly honest with yourself about the nature of your reality, of the nature of this fear, and how you're letting it rule you and control you. How are you letting this like emotional state just overwhelm and wash over and like just spill everywhere and be too much? Why do you fear containing it? Why do you fear bringing it into a more contained state? Because it will actually help you flow and get you more in flow state. But what's the fear there that's preventing this for you? And then the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about lessons, enlightenment, awakening, learning, so that we can rise up. And this happy little man, this fear, we've got this happy figure here, sat at the bottom of this learning, this greater learning to be had. What you want wants you. And then we've got this staircase reaching up to this beautiful mandala. But first you have to get out of fear state. We have to find this flow, this softening, activate a bit more joy again. This is how you'll serve yourself better. In stepping away from fear. In stepping away from all that is keeping you trapped. And then we have the Devil. No bad cards in tarot. The Devil is not bad. But it talks, it's this fear. It talks about those fears and the grips that they have on you and a need to liberate from them. Step away from the unhealthy into the healthy. Delve into the shadow so you can find the light. The Devil talks about being trapped by your own stories and lying to yourself. So where is this fear, this deception, this betrayal? Like I said, whether it's just your mind state or is someone else or a mixture of both. But where are you letting the Devil come in? And I mean, this is a sexy devil with his hand coming forward saying, come dance with me. And we'll be so much more tempted by the Devil when we are in fear state. When we have this sword, this crow squawking loudly at us, we're much more tempted by this dance. But if we can awaken, enlighten, tap into a tradition, a belief state, learning, this can be spiritual learning or of any kind, we can find the activation of joy within, knowing that there's this staircase up, and then we're not tempted by this devil. We don't want to dance with the devil because we see it for what it is. Stop dancing with fear. Stop dancing with something that is toxic or unhealthy or not serving you. And then we have the Emperor in the reverse. And this talks about a desire for control, stubbornness, defensiveness. You need to embody Emperor in the upright qualities, which is confidence. He is the ruler. He is a divine leader. But we need to step away and get into this more, this softened, like I said, taking the grip, the claws out, taking the grip out. Let's get another clarification just here at the end for you all. Yeah, there's something here in regards to stepping away from heartache, grief, suffering, anything you may be going through, and letting those swords fall. Get this wishy-washy, water everywhere emotionalness that the Swan Graceful Transformation is talking about. It is to do with containing now the heartache, the pain, the suffering, the grief, this fear, because you're letting it take over everything. How you can serve yourself better is put that in a container. That way the fear softens. It's quieter, not tempted by the devil. And what it's going to offer you, Ace of Cups, is a new start, a new emotional flow state, a new beginning. And the wheel is in the fortunate position. The wheel is in the upright. Ooh. So very much this tapping in. And don't let the devil dance with you. Don't let your fears dance with you. And if that person is a real person, then don't take their hand and dance with them either, because there's that unchecked power element coming through there with that Emperor that will not serve you. How you can serve yourself better is softening into your own flow state so that you can really tune into what wants you to, that's connected with what you want. Yeah, no, there's definitely this no, this devil. Do not dance with the devil. Do not dance with your fears. Do not dance with that person. Because with the Great Gathering here, it's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. It's trusting. How we trust is getting into that water state, that softened water state. Then we also have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So it really does feel like there's a potential that this is a person. And like I said, if not your fears. Containing your water. Getting in, softening into the water and allowing it so that you can build a container and ground things down. So that we're going to build a nice container for you to ground down and root with that water of what you want and what you desire, this joy aspect. And then in other container, we can have the one that's the no to that devil, no to that Emperor in reverse, no to whatever you're clinging on to, that pain, that suffering, that heartbreak, that grief. Build containers for your water, build containers for your emotional flow state so that we can get into a better state of flow. And then we have childhood innocence for you. Beautiful. With this joyful aspect, is tapping into that childlike wonder and joy and beauty. This is what it will assist you with. Dawn and new beginnings. And with that Ace of Cups, this is taking you towards a new beginning, but we have to contain the stuff that's already like there with you, the stuff that is potentially too much and overwhelming. Containers, ground it down, root it down. Build roots for the one that is how you want to serve yourself better, of what you truly desire. What is up here? This mandala, this beauty, this new start. Put roots in that container. But the container with the devil and the Emperor in the reverse, that toxicity, this fear, this worry, the anxiety, the heartache, the pain, the grief, we don't need to put roots into that container. Let that just float off. Allow this new beginning that's wanting to come forward for you to come forwards. I will leave it there for you, pile 2. I hope this helped. Please like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. Yeah, I really appreciate it. It's a great form of energetic exchange for this. And I will see you in my next reading. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. The cards we have for you are Flamingo, Unity, Heart, and Giraffe, the bigger picture. You're being called to work on collective healing and take a step back and gather your thoughts and feelings. So how you can serve yourself better is, as this says, taking this step back to really see everything clearly. Because this is like almost big, how you can serve yourself better is talking to this unity heart of this is that like you're being called to work bigger collectively. This is beyond you. But in order to do so, to really tap into this space of unity heart, this collective work, you really have to take that step back to see the bigger picture, see that it's beyond you. So whatever you're going through right now, knowing that there's divine purpose to it, it's needed, something in it that is needed for the world. And then we have bring it into form. Something's wanting to come through you. How you can serve yourself better is allowing it to come through you. Bringing it to form, bringing it into being. But with the giraffe, we've got this aspect here of like, you know, giraffe's neck, way, way up. Seeing that bigger picture. But he's still got his feet grounded on the earth, these feet here, this bring it into form. And it's like rising up to see that bigger picture, see it all, so that you can then like work it into the world. Let's get some tarot for some greater clarity for you, pile 3. How they can serve themselves better. King of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse. 2 of Cups in the reverse, 5 of Wands in the reverse. So, King of Swords in the reverse is a card that talks about a tendency to over control, to like that manipulation aspect. You're trying to force something right now, and this is how you can't bring it into form. Stop forcing. It's taking this step back, this bigger picture, looking beyond the right now to see that future aspect so you can start walking towards it. Because the 10 of Wands is a card about releasing. And this is a card in the reverse that talks about standing up for yourself, letting go of someone else's expectations. So there's such release elements here. Really releasing where you are at currently. Your trail of thought, what you're doing, everything that you're doing right now, take a step back and release the control it has over you or the control that you have over it, to be able to see beyond it, to tap into the collective consciousness, to connect into spirit, connect into the more. That's what's wanting to then come down. Because we have emotional blocks here. This is a card about not being open to receive. It's disharmony, but it talks about the need to heal past traumas too. So there's so many aspects coming through here of release, your need to release. And I feel like it's just across the board. Everything that you're doing right now, taking that step back of the I, that ego, the me, my world, everything that's happening about for me, your reality, to look at the bigger picture, to look at that collective aspect, that oneness of us all, so that you can come together with it and bring that down and get more in alignment to self, because this is about how you serve yourself better. So this is about serving you better. Stepping out of the I, that hilariousness of stepping away from how you can serve yourself better right now in the ways that you're trying to control it, the rigidity of it, to actually be able to serve yourself better. And the Five of Wands in the reverse can talk about not following the rules. So like breaking the systems that you hold within down. You don't have a strong need to not follow the structures you've been following that you've already learned, to tap in to a space beyond you and allow that to flow through you to guide you forwards. And it's not to say that anything that you have learned so far is wrong or bad. It's just not serving you right now, and there's something more to be learned. Let's get some more cards for you. Pile 2. Nope, your pile 3. Sorry, apologies. Maybe there's a message in pile 2 for you. Break the chain. Council of Light. And Star Mother. So with break the chain, it is taking this grip out, break the chain, break the patterns, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. What patterns have you learned in your childhood, at school? What has come down through the lines for you that you need to break away from? The rigidity in your thinking, this control aspect of how something's supposed to look. Spirit saying, look, we need to connect into something else, look beyond this. You can rewrite, you can break that chain and rewrite your future, but you have to do things differently. You have to disconnect from the way you have been doing things, or a certain way you have been doing things. Council of Light, divine orchestrations help us in the subtle realm, this seeing beyond, this connective consciousness, this collective healing, unity, heart, working with spirit, working with ancestors, gaining the help. Ask them for help. They're always there helping, but ask them. This is about stepping away from that control aspect of the human 3D-ness that you've been doing and stepping into connecting with spirit. And then we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Because this is about you. This is about nurturing yourself. This is about safety and unconditional love for self that you can then push outwards into the world. And that through this process, through this undoing, through releasing this grip, you will create space, a void space that you need to fill up. How can you mother yourself? How can you nurture yourself? And in doing so, this is how you will serve yourself. Some final cards for my pile 3. Dreamtime creation, wolf instinct. One more, cave and sanctuary. So the dreamtime grips out, tapping into that intuitive flow state, tapping into spirit, dreaming so that you can create what it is that you want. That's how you bring it into form. But there's a strong release element, this releasing of grip, releasing of the way you've been doing things, trusting in your instinct, this intuitive feminine flow state. And this wolf has broken away from the pack. This is a solo wolf, broken away to travel its own journey. And with that ancestral patterns breaking the chain, don't be afraid to break away from what you know, break away from what you've been taught, break away from the systems or the people that you're currently within that aren't serving you. Trust your instincts to go it. It doesn't mean you are alone, but to go it alone with like where you're being headed, that instinctual, that intuition, where you should be going. Don't follow the pack. And even this, the Five of Wands in the reverse can sometimes talk about being overly competitive, and can talk about like a breaking away from collaborations and stuff. So don't be afraid to walk a solo path. It will serve you right now. It's not that you don't need others or won't have others. It's just that in this moment, it's more of a solo affair. And then we have cave sanctuary on top of Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? There's something about that inward turn, that going into your cave, finding that sanctuary, nurturing, unconditional love, looking after self. But it's beautiful imagery of leaving this cave, breaking the chain, leaving this, walking away, stepping out of this on this journey to your own cave. So stepping away from those patterns, those people, everything within the cave that does not serve you, and going on a search for a cave that offers you sanctuary, your soul sanctuary, your heart sanctuary. This is how you will serve yourself better. Seeing the bigger picture, step away. Because there's something within this journey for you that is about this unity heart. It's about collective healing, collective consciousness. In doing your work, it always ripples out. So this does collectively heal, full stop. But it'll be something about getting you into more organic alignment with how you can actually serve the world by serving yourself first. So trust in that, trust in your path. Rise above to see the bigger picture and release grip, my loves. I will leave it there for you. I hope this helped. If you would like to reach out for a personalized reading or to do any of this like ancestral breakage patterns, that type of thing, my details are in the description box below. Please reach out. I would love to hear from you, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you in my next reading.